Okay, so a couple people have requested that Gabriella and I make a video on how her hair gets done, and this is Gabby. And this is actually how long her hair is. It is pretty long and it's layered, and she has pretty thick hair. Gabby, come back this way. She has pretty thick hair, and it's really long. And so for her hair, actually, we use 3 donuts to make sure that we get the height that we want, and we section these into 2. So we just put like a regular ponytail around it twice, and then it kind of gives it, just kind of smushes it together, and then we leave this donut the actual size that it is. And then you need ponytails, and then you need bobby pins, brushes, and then of course the bow. And then we use water to spray her hair so that we can get it up into a high pony. A couple of tips that we would suggest is that you get the color buns closest to the athlete's hair color, because if you do not, if they are tumbling or if they do anything in the routine where their hair flips away from the buns, then you can actually see the buns, and you do not want to be able to see them that much. And so if you see this, like Gabriella's hair is pretty much the same size, same color as these buns, so you can't really tell that much. And Gabby does have a few parts in the routine actually that her hair does flip completely over, and you can actually see the buns that they're exposed. However, with the buns being the same color of her hair, you can't really tell that those are actually in there. So we will start by putting her hair into a high pony. And so we'll just get her hair a little wet so that we can get it up. It doesn't actually have to be super smooth, because we will smooth it out once we place the ponytail in, and it actually does give a little bit of texture if you smooth it out once the ponytail gets in, so that you can bobby pin the buns in and they'll actually stay. So for Gabby's gym, they have to have their hair in a high pony. And so we just get it as high as we possibly can on her head, because of course when you place the ponytail in and you tighten it, it's actually going to go back some. So we just get it probably almost to the very front of her head. So as you can see, her hair is pretty high up. It's almost to the top of her forehead. And if you put a pretty large ponytail in it, it already gives you some height so that you can place your bow. Then you can see that you have to smooth out the back portion. But once you're smoothing out the back, you can see that you're kind of getting a few knotted areas towards the top. Not so much knotted, but you're getting a little bit of, I guess, kind of like a foundation going here at the top of the ponytail. Now, if you're going to put a bow in, this would be the time that you do that, because once you place the buns in, it's really hard to get the ponytail into. Then for Gabby's, we always put a ponytail on top of the actual bow ponytail, so that way we can make sure the bow stays secure. Then you should have a slate like this. So you have a little bit of a bump foundation, and then you have their ponytail and then their bow. So the first bun that you will work with is the one that's still the actual size. You can put it on any side, doesn't matter. You're gonna stick it directly behind the actual ponytail. So you have your bun, here's the ponytail, and then you'll start bobby pinning it in. Then you're gonna make sure that it's actually secure in there, and then you can have them shake their head. If they tell you it feels loose, then add a couple more bobby pins. But it should not move when you tug on it. It shouldn't pull up from the bottom. If you're pulling it, all the hair should pull up. If that's not happening, you need to add more bobby pins. Then we take the second bun that we've actually tied the ponytail around to kind of make it this length. Then you're gonna stick it sideways, and you're gonna stick it to the side of the actual big one. Also, when you're placing your bobby pins in, make sure that the rigid edge is actually going into the hair, that's facing down, because it helps to hold the hair better. Okay, and then we're gonna repeat with the other side, doing the exact same thing. Now, obviously you don't have to use 3 buns, but we like to because it gives us more lift, and it helps to actually show the tease height. It looks better. Sorry. That bobby pin has the plastic pieces off of it. There you go. Then, like Gabby just showed you, make sure that your bobby pins still have the plastic pieces on the ends, or when you're putting them in, they can get stuck in the hair and pull it. So as you can see, you'll have 3 buns that look like this, all away from the ponytail. They're all stuck in there. You'll need to make sure that they're all stuck in there good, so that when your athlete tumbles, that they do not fall out and they don't move around. Nothing should be poking their head, nothing should be hurting them. They should be able to do forward rolls, backward rolls, anything that they need to do, and these should not affect it at all. So if you weren't going to tease, if you were just going to leave it straight and you're going to just put the hair over it, this is how you would look at it. So you actually see that this does give it actual height. So what you'll want to do from there is when you start teasing, we'll only tease a little bit of her hair because she has things to do today, and it takes a long time to actually brush her hair out. So you will take a small section of the hair and you'll tease from the bottom. We also use the Rock Your Hair teasing powder. So you would tease it, you would place the powder on and you would tease it, and then you would make sure that you spread the tease out. So as you're teasing, you're gonna spread it out, and then you're gonna make sure that you actually get the buns covered with the sections that you're doing, and then you would spray hairspray over that layer. So you're gonna tease, and then you're gonna separate it, and then you're gonna hang it over the buttons. Okay, so you should get a wall like this. It's your tease, it's your buns. You would just continue to spray it, tease it, spray it, tease it, separate it, and then by the time you're done, you should have a huge shelf of hair. And then make sure that you brush the hair over it on top. The buns will not show. And that way, once you get the tease going, it's less likely that you'll see the buns. If you do, it is still more important that you match the color with the hair, so that way if you see a bun coming out or their hair separates from it, it's not as noticeable. So we've been doing this all season. Gabby's had really good luck with it. We've never had a bun come out. We've never had her hair show through the buns. Like I said, when she does do a tumbling pass, and she does do a couple stunts in the beginning, she does flip her hair completely over and the buns are showing and visible. But from where the seats are, it's really hard to actually see them in her hair because it matches her hair. She likes it. It keeps us from having to do a hair piece. It's really simple once you get the hang of it. It takes about 45 minutes to do all of her hair, and everyone always compliments her on it, tells her, is it a posh pony? We really come to enjoy this way. It's easy to, the only thing that's hard to brush out would be, of course, the tease, but it does help it get that height, and it stays all day. We don't ever have any issues. And so she seems to like it. So like I said, you don't have to use the 3 buns, but if you have a lot of hair, if you really want the full shelf tease, I would suggest doing the 3. You can experiment. Maybe you just want the 1, maybe you want 2. Depends on how thick your daughter's hair is, and really just how much tease you want to do and how big you want it. I'll include a photo of her hair this past week when we were at NCA. It was really, really tall and high up, and that's exactly how she wanted it. So that's pretty much how you do it. And if you have any questions, you can just message me and we will we will try and answer them the best we can. Thanks so much for watching.
Bye.